You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Under the Gun After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Under the Gun After Show.
Welcome back. Under the Gun fans, we're doing another recap of Under the Gun. This is Season 1, Episode 5, titled Hit the Stage.
Hit the stage.
We have exciting guests on the show. But to begin with last week's episode, I wanted to quickly recap last week and to mention that Michelle was the winner, who's from Mondo's team. So congratulations, Michelle.
Michelle.
Really loved your outfit, and it was great. But I was sad to see Brady eliminated.
Womp womp, Brady.
And I think it was tough for Anya to have to choose two of her designers, to have to choose from two of her designers and eliminate one of them.
Right.
As a designer and as a mentor for them, having to eliminate someone from your team is challenging, especially when you've been guiding them and, they're as a mentor throughout the whole show, and now you have to eliminate one.
Yeah, I mean, well, as a mentor, you're mentoring, but at the end of the day, they have the creative, latitude and freedom to do what they want to do and, have their own. It's just kind of like a guide or kind of like an assist. So, they have to fend for themselves out there on the cutting board, so to speak, and do their thing. And, it kind of is what it is. You want the strongest people from your team to survive at the end of the day. They kind of have like this voice thing going on with the different teams. But, at the end of the day, you want the strongest people from your team to survive. And it just kind of didn't go Brady's way.
Traumatized by Brady's elimination, so that's why we went straight into that. But I'm your host, Emma Kay, and joining me is
your friendly neighborhood spider, Thad.
who's also a great designer himself.
Ooh, thank you.
Wearing one of his hats.
Oh, wow. Check it out.
So I want to go through the designers and the mentors real quickly just to recap who's still on the show.
Yeah.
From Mondo's team, we have Asha, Sam, and Michelle. Mm-hmm. And from Nick's team, we have Isabelle, Natalia, Oscar, and Stephanie.
Isabelle.
Woo. And from Anya's team, we have Blake, Nicholas, and Shan.
Okay.
It's really interesting to see Nicholas have all of the 4 designers still in the competition because he was the one that had the most difficulty getting designers to actually want to be on his team.
Right.
So having 4 designers still standing, that must mean something. But I guess we'll see until the end of the episode. So
he's tough.
He is, and he's, I call him the veteran, the more seasoned, because he's been on Project Runway. I think he was on season 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And one of our co-hosts, Amanda Fields, was actually his model.
Wow.
On Project Runway, so
Go
she knows
it. 2 thumbs up for Amanda. That's cool.
She's our in-house model.
Right. Where are you, Amanda?
So, and for, the rest of my co-hosts, I'm sorry, guys. They're out for this week. They'll be back for next week. We missed them. Definitely need to have the team back. But I'm sure you guys will enjoy Thaddeus as my co-host for today as well.
Everybody loves Spider-Man.
So for this week's challenge, the challenge is to design for Zendaya, who's a 17-year-old Disney star, and we also know her from Shake It Up.
Right. Turned pop singer, pop sensation.
Dancer, singer.
Right.
She's like everything. The Disney stars are really growing and taking over the entertainment market.
Right. they grabbing the kids and just bringing them with them as they get older.
So this is going to be an interesting challenge because it's not like you're designing for, Lady Gaga or Beyonce. She is a Disney icon. She's
Right.
only 17.
Right.
But at the same time, she needs to appeal to the audience. She has, I think, a wide range, age group of fans and viewers because you have, kids going to her show, but then you also have the parents that take their kids to watch the show. So she needs to appeal to everyone across the board.
Right.
So Tim Gunn presents the challenge, and the look needs to be tomboyish. It needs to be comfortable, but also something that Zendaya can dance in and perform. And it needs to be sexy, but also appeal to, people, the fans sitting in the nosebleed crowd, and, close up, and also, people sitting all the way in the back. So it needs to be eye-catching.
Right.
And the winner gets to take home $5,000, aside from having Zendaya wear the winning outfit in her performances on the stage.
That's actually a really cool challenge for somebody to win, simply because having your design, like say you don't win the entire show or whatever, having your design out there on tour on a Disney star turned pop star is major. That easily can turn into some kind of stylist, being a stylist for other pop stars or people in the industry, regardless, just the exposure alone. Plus you get to pocket $5K, which is cool. So that's kind of like a win-win just right there.
I have to agree, and I like the it's like Under the Gun is still a part of Project Runway, but we have Tim Gunn as the host versus Project Runway.
Right.
And they're taking a different twist because I feel like the clothes are more appealing to like an everyday market versus Project Runway was more Project Runway. You're on the runway, so they wanted to see avant-garde and high-end fashion.
Yeah.
So couture, and you have more people watching. From the viewers and statistics that I've seen, Under the Gun, because people actually want to see what's going to be on the next episode, because it's something that they want to wear. It's something, that will intrigue people to design it on their own or make it, at home and wear it themselves.
Or find it somewhere, find something similar to it. It's kind of like bridging the gap, which is really cool based on the designs and how they're gearing and directing the designers to design things. It's more like a transition between everyday but still cool and chic and edgy, but not quite high fashion either, because obviously what you see on high fashion runway is not going to be seen at the mall, somebody going to see a movie or something like that. It's not, there's nothing, no one can dress down wearing any of those outfits.
Exactly. So the designers have time to sketch their designs, and they head to Mood and have 30 minutes to buy their fabric to start designing their outfits.
Right.
And, it's day one, and of course we see Isabelle, who is lounging, drinking coffee on the couch, resting, but she needs time management. But she's struggling on how to start her design.
Right.
So she gets some advice from Asha on the design, and Asha just tells her, you need to get started. Whatever it is, you need to start something.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, Isabelle, really? You got pulled out of the sewing room already by Tim Gunn. You could get eliminated for still working past the time that it's called, which happened like 2 episodes ago. Tim Gunn had to pull the model out of the sewing room and put her on the runway because her look wasn't finished, and it's close to the end of the day and you still haven't started your design.
Yeah.
So I was just very shocked to see her, especially someone who does not know how to time manage, just sitting on the couch waiting for her ideas to come to her.
Isabelle came off to me like she comes off like a very creative and eccentric person who just allows her creative juices to actually dictate her movement and how she operates. Everybody else is a little more cognizant that they are in a competition. I think she's more cognizant or more aware of and concerned with the look being perfect. A perfect like manifestation of her vision, whereas everybody else seems like they had a little bit more sense of the situation that they're in, so they're able to like try to get a balance. I mean, as you can see, realistically, a designer is not going to take 30 minutes to try to figure out, you know, to pull whatever, you know, it's a competition. So they set these challenges up, and you know, just to have Isabelle's back a little bit, and she wasn't the only person that was struggling. She wasn't the only one. There was a couple of other designers who had some issues with their designs, and just bringing them to life. You know, they're actually working under, I believe, the polar opposite conditions of what a designer would work under. Stylist, maybe last minute, you got to do this, do that, but designer, I think designer has some time to
last minute client who says, you know, I'm going on tour, I need this outfit, I need it like this, I need it tomorrow, or you have, you know,
but they'll probably do a pool. They're not gonna create something from scratch. I don't think some do. There are some that do, but
I think it's like, if you're gonna make it as a designer, you have to foresee like every situation that you might be in,
right?
And not all situations are to your favor. Sometimes, you know, it is last minute and you need to change something. Your client doesn't like the way it looks. And you have to start from scratch. So if you can't manage under pressure and make an outfit,
the pressure part, it definitely takes a factor in the industry. There's definitely there is a pressure, and especially time management. Probably not as strenuous. It's strenuous under different circumstances, you know. That caveat for people to understand in this industry, and I'm not super professional like that. I'm just a novice. That's genius. Spider-Man he can do that, but you know, it's you know, you just have to kind of, you know, just forget all the excuses. At the end of the day, you know, they have this. They're all working under the same conditions, so you just got to take that lemonade and drive off in a damn Ferrari. You know, forget the lemonade. You got to make the most of it. And a couple of people actually did that in this challenge. They actually took the lemons and they actually drove off in a Ferrari. A couple of people made lemonade. A couple of people
But what the
ended up with
judges
mud.
are looking for is, you know, your design may not be perfect. It might not be the winning look.
Right.
But they look at the details. They look at, you know, the sewing, the cut, all of that. If you have that perfected, then it is more likely for you to move on to the next round versus just not even giving it 80%, which, you know, we'll go into that a little bit later. But if you guys disagree with us, you're more than welcome to go on to YouTube, you know, iTunes, Twitter, leave a comment, send us, you know, your ideas, what you think. If we're, you know, wrong, or if we're a little harsh on Isabelle, we could go ahead and discuss that. So the designers and the mentors go into the designers' the room to see what they're working on and to give them a little bit of advice and critique to help them move along their designs. So we see Natalia, her first, you know, her initial design, she's designing a football player outfit.
Right.
And her idea is to have a black and white with a Z in the back, the letter Z, which stands for Zendaya.
Right.
And we have Oscar, who designed a red see-through glitter Spanish salsa dancing outfit.
Right.
Stephanie is going with the black leather top. We didn't see the rest of the outfit because it wasn't finished. Isabelle has a jumpsuit, and we know it's going to be white and silver. Asha is designing a menswear shirt with what I thought was shorts in the beginning.
Turned out to be a skirt.
But turns out to be a skirt, and she's going for the urban sexy look.
Right. The lumberjack schoolboy plaid shirt tied around the waist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we also have Blake, who's doing, well, first he wanted to do a drop crotch pants with a white top. Nicholas wants to do a shirt with the exaggerated collar. Shan is doing a leather zip jacket with an open back. And at this point, I think everyone looks like a hot mess with their ideas and where they want to go and what they want to do with it.
Well, the only people that really seemed like they had a lock on knowing what they really want to do was Asha, Shan, Oscar, Shan, and Asha.
Yes.
They went in with conviction, knowing what they had. You can see they had a vision, and it was clear. And they went in doing exactly what that vision was, and it came out. You know what was really funny? They didn't really do too much on Shan and Asha while they were creating, besides Asha trying to encourage Isabelle to go ahead and finish hers, and Shan just kind of doing his thing. And you see the jacket, you don't see the finished product, but you see him working on the jacket. And then you see Oscar with this red, you don't know what this thing is, with the sequence in like the sheer fabric lace. And you know, he was getting clowned by other people. They were saying like, wait, what is this? Something on ice or whatever? Like he was like, it was like a ice skater outfit.
Princess on Ice.
Princess on Ice? Was that what it was they joked about? I was actually thoroughly impressed with how that ended up compared to what it was looking like when he started. So I got to give Oscar props just based on where it ended up. Not saying it was the greatest looking outfit, but it actually looked better. The finished product, even if it might not have been the genre best for Zendaya, the actual finished product could have probably gone on another artist.
Exactly, which is why I said, you know, it's the look may not be the one, but it's the execution.
Yeah, execution was really good.
And he had the execution and the details down, and in the time that he had to create an outfit, and with what he said, $150. So imagine if you give him $1,000, what he'll do with it. Yeah. So it's.
I like that he said that, because that actually makes a difference. It's like a filmmaker, so to speak. Like, you know, your creativity comes out. Like, you can make a $500,000 movie, or you can make a $5 million movie where you can do a little bit more with the $5 million, obviously. But if you can actually impress with a smaller budget, then it's like, well, imagine what this person can do with a little bit more.
And the worst thing to do is either to blame your mentor, to blame your model,
right,
or to blame, you know, time or anything else that that has affected your design.
Right.
And that's something that irritates the judges, because excuses are, they're not so sympathetic to excuses because of the industry that they work in, and they have to. This
industry is not catered towards excuses. It's results. It's results. If there's either results or go home. And, you know, everybody is under the same criteria. Everybody was given the same amount of time to pick their fabric. Everybody was given the same amount of time to make their outfit. So it was like, well, we didn't tell you to, you know, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. It just, you know, it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with that time.
So if you have people like Oscar who set the, you know, the bar over here, you know, high, the rest of the people now have to work extra hard to get up to his level. And not saying that his design was amazing, but he executed the design very well.
Well, like I said with Oscar, I think his design was amazing. It just didn't fit Zendaya. I think it could have been a great stage outfit for another artist, you know, anywhere. Just it looked, it was like it was very clean. The finish on it was really good. The detail on it was great. I think it could definitely be a professional outfit for somebody.
After the designers are done with their looks, they get to choose accessories from Francesca's boutique, which is, you know, they have a couple of small boutiques all over the malls all around the United States. And they get to have Benefits Cosmetic do the makeup for their models. I really like some of the advice the designers were giving to the makeup artists and how to do the makeup. A lot of them came out really good, which we see in the runway. But again, some of the designers were completely lost in how they wanted their look to be.
Right.
And some people were still in the sewing room, so they didn't even get to choose
Right.
what their models got to wear.
Right.
So we have the judges back with us. It's Jen Rach. She's a celebrity stylist. Of course, we know Zana Roberts-Rossi, and the special guest, Zendaya. Once again, the winner will take home $5,000. And they also have to get to have their design be worn by Zendaya on tour in performance. So let's go through the looks now that we get to see the finished product and give our opinion about the looks and what we think about them. First up, we have Michelle. Michelle's model is wearing a leather jacket with leggings. First I thought it was leggings. It's silver gray leather jacket. And then we find out after she takes the jacket off that it's a one-piece catsuit.
Right.
So the see-through on the leggings, and I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. I like the leather jacket. I like the gray and the silver.
I like the whole outfit together. I don't like how it looked without the jacket. I like the outfit with the jacket, and I like the outfit for her dressing down. Like she's hanging out with her girlfriends, going shopping, going to the mall, going to a movie, not for stage and performing. It wasn't a standout, this is a star outfit to perform in for me.
I think a lot of the designers took that the challenge, you know, in the wrong sense, because they designed for her as an everyday look what she would wear versus what people want to see on stage, and it needs to stand out. So the same thing goes, you know, for makeup. When you're performing on stage, you need to have you know, a lot of makeup on, and they say put red lipstick on because people all the way, you know, in the back of the aisle still need to see your face and your features.
Right.
So that's what the designers need to take away as well, that something you put on her needs to be extravagant, but not too over the top, because she is still a Disney star.
Right.
I don't really have an opinion about that look. I think it was okay. It wasn't amazing. But then we move on to Asha. Her model is wearing a design. It's a leather crop top with a skirt, and around the skirt is a plaid shirt which is wrapped around, and we figure out that it's actually attached to the skirt.
It's actually sewn in. It's actually the skirt. The shirt and the skirt are the shirt is part of the skirt. It's not something separate.
Exactly.
And tied on. Yeah.
I love the high waist skirt with the gold buns on it, but I also love the details on the crop top. Did you see the gold lining around the top?
Yeah, it was very detailed.
You know, I said it from the beginning when I saw her designing it in the showroom. I said she's gonna, that's the winning look, and I really love the outfit because it still went with the whole Disney image, but it stood out.
Right, and that style is in right now. The plaid shirt or the shirts wrapped around the waist, the whole old school 80s, late 80s, 90s look. That's in right now, and she played on that. Asha knows what's up. She knows what's in, and she made it happen.
I had my doubts about her when she first came on the show, but I'm starting to warm up to her.
Okay.
The next designer is Sam. He designed a white jacket, which is a crop with a print top underneath, a skirt, and, you know, with silver details. I was kind of confused.
I remember that one.
It was the black skirt, the short skirt, and he had the white jacket with
I remember that.
black and white print top underneath.
Right.
I didn't really get if the shirt was connected to the jacket
No,
it was separate.
You mean the black skirt? It was a black skirt.
It was a black skirt with black and white top, print top underneath. I think the skirt was too short for performance. It was not something she could perform in. It's something she could act in. It's something she could wear in a movie like high school, like Mean Girls type of thing. It was that kind of outfit. It wasn't a on stage hip hop dancing. It wasn't that type of outfit. No, it wasn't. So I thought it was just okay everyday wear, but it wasn't something that she could perform in, which is something that the designers forgot, is that this needs to be an outfit she could perform in. And if anyone knows hip-hop, you know how much movement goes inside. It's not just, two-step moving. They're moving around. They're, popping and doing all this moves that they need to be comfortable in. So if she's on stage with the mini skirt, I don't think that's something her parents would approve of, and something the audience would definitely not want their kids to see. It was like teeny skirt. It wasn't mini. It was like teeny. And it wasn't even tight. It had a flare to it. Yeah, it did have a flare. So if you do any kind of movement, bouncing around, any kind of jumping, it would fly up. Yeah. Yeah. The next designer is Natalia. Natalia had a really good concept. I just wish she took it a little bit. She pushed the envelope a little bit more. She had the sports suit. It was a black and white with the letter Z on the back. The top was see-through. And the way she designed the outfit, with, I'm going to call those granny heels, it just looked too casual. Granny heels? Were they sandals? Sandals. Yeah, they were sandals. It was short heels. Yeah. And it was just too casual. It was just like Jen. Is it Jen, the stylist, the celebrity stylist? Yes. She said it didn't scream star. It was more like something a background dancer would wear, like for J-Lo or something like that. And she was right. Just like Zendaya said, it's something she could definitely see herself like lounging in and wearing like on an everyday basis. But back to what Jen said, it's not something that a star would wear or perform in. It didn't like pop. It was like a loungy type of jersey type of thing, like just very comfortable. It was like very comfortable wear. I mean, it was cool. It's actually, that kind of top is something that Zendaya could probably sell a lot of if she had like a deal, like at Kmart or Target or Walmart or something like that, where she was selling a line. A lot of girls would probably buy something like that, but not to perform in. Not like this is Zendaya the star I'm performing right now. And I saw a lot of black and white in the designs, and black and white, even though it's really good, it's that's always the color you fall on is black or white. I don't think it's the best choice for stage and for performance. You need something that the audience can their eyes will be attracted to, which is color. Right. So having a black and white on stage, it just looks too plain. Right. It looks boring. Right. The next designer we have is Oscar. I'm laughing about his design because he brought you some color. There's your color right there. It looks great, and from all of the models, I think his model is the only one that is having fun in her outfit. Yes. She's dancing in the showroom. Yeah. She enjoyed it. She's really enjoying it. The rest of the models, some of them look like they hated their outfit. And as a model wearing a design you hate, it really comes out when you're walking down the runway. Yeah. But she owned that. She, if you didn't even like the red sequence, that, like I said, that outfit is something that somebody professionally would wear performing. It just wasn't for Zendaya, but somebody in some genre could be wearing that outfit on stage. And I think we've even seen it on stage. Like Zendaya says, that's something like Beyonce would wear, but my parents wouldn't be okay with me wearing that, and I wouldn't be comfortable dancing in it because it's not a hip-hop look. It's not age appropriate either. It was kind of, a little too mature for she's 17. But, even though she doesn't even really look 17. She looks a little older. She does. She looks not older like badly, but maybe it is. She has a more mature look, but it still didn't fit. It wasn't age appropriate. No,
I'm gonna leave it at
it's
that.
you know,
It
like
still
a
looked good though, Oscar. I
ballroom.
liked it, but it just doesn't look good for Zendaya.
Yeah, it's something that I think would be perfect on Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
It's an outfit for a celebrity wearing that.
Exactly.
But I do have to give it up to him for the knee-high stockings, which looked like they were
Yes.
knee-high boots.
They did. I don't know how he pulled that off.
I don't
That was
know.
that was kind of swagged out right there, Oscar. I got to give you some love on that. Like, those
So
are kind of tight.
I'm really I'm impressed with him. I want to see where this goes.
Right.
And as the budget increases for the designers, once we're down to
Imagine I have
less.
1,000 something. Imagine I have 1,000 something.
He's definitely creative,
Yeah.
but can he appeal to the market? That's the big question. We'll have to see.
We'll see.
Up next is Stephanie.
What was that outfit again?
Before we even go to her outfit, I have to say I hate it.
What outfit was this?
It's the blue leather two-piece, the leather jacket with the pants. It was blue
the wax
with
denim?
The wax denim, the futuristic
Yes.
with the pointy shoulders.
Now, I wouldn't have had a problem with this outfit. This outfit was fine for me, except for the bottoms. She went too far, like trying to match, like Jen said. The wax denim is really hard. It's a real hard fabric to shape and form to a woman's shape or body. You know, she should have the jacket, based on the design of the jacket, it didn't have to be form fitting based on how she cut the jacket and the shape and the design of the jacket.
Just to
She should have went with standard jeans or stretch denim.
Just to give her credit, she was trying to please her mentors, who kept on telling her that it needs to be perfect, it needs to be tight, it needs to be slim. So she was having a hard time getting it to fit the model perfectly because of the material.
But see, that's the thing with Jen. Jen was saying that's a difficult fabric to work with. So no matter whose body it was, it would have probably been hard, almost impossible to make it form fit right. I think she would have been better with like some plain stretch denim, and it would have made the jacket pop more. And just have the jacket and then have the stretch denim
like
and then did it like that. That's what I think.
You know, the drop crotch, the white baggy looking pants type
harem.
of look would have been perfect for her versus having fitted pants. And what the designers forgot is this is one challenge they should have had fun with, because it's a Disney star. You don't have to go avant-garde with this look. You don't have to do a high-end fashion look. It's not a red carpet look. This was an easy challenge that they could have simply had fun with and just create something that is unique, it stands out, but is fashion forward but comfortable for dancing as well.
Right.
They were thinking too hard about the challenge and
the look, as opposed to
look.
the functionality as well. There has to be some functionality to it. You got to think she's going to be dancing in this. This is not something that she's just going to go like do an editorial for. Like she has to move in this thing, and it still has to look good. And that obviously got lost a little bit.
And a lot of people were sticking with and choosing leather, which I know it's in right now, but leather is not really comfortable to dance in.
No.
Unless it's stretch leather, it's not comfortable to dance in. So that's another point that the designers forgot, to take every single thing that Tim Gunn said into consideration, creating their outfit. Finally, we have Isabelle. I'm gonna let you take this one. I don't want to be too harsh on her.
Well, but I don't have to be harsh on Isabelle because the design told its own story. So, just to be fair, Isabelle. Wow. She sewed her finger while she injured herself. She started rushing. She took some time to like put her vision together. She got fabric that she wasn't sure what side of the fabric. After she got the fabric, she was thinking, oh, maybe I want to use the other side of the fabric. Then she sewed a piece of two fabrics together, and she sewed it together inverse. So it was like the opposite side. So she didn't want to take it apart because she was like, it'll fall apart based on the structure or the composition of the fabric. I just, you know, I kind of felt bad for her, but not really. I really feel like if you said, go design me something and bring me something in a week, she wouldn't wait till the last minute to do it. Like, she would have time and she would take her time and whatever. I just don't feel like these are the optimal circumstances for her in particular, like for her design style. Now, going to her actual, what she ended up with, I mean, frustrating for her, frustrating for her finger, frustrating for Tim Gunn, frustrating for the model, frustrating for Nick. I'm sure frustrating for the sewing machine as well. Everybody and everything in that area, in that vicinity, was stressed out, and I felt stressed out for her. I was like, what are you doing? Why'd you wait till the last minute? You have one of your competitors even trying to encourage you. Asha was like, Isabelle, go, don't waste time, go. While she's designing her own, doing her own thing. She's conscious enough to, you know, encourage her to get moving because she knows how much time they have. Then she comes and says, oh, he said 15 minutes. I thought it was 15 minutes until the models were coming out, not 15 minutes till we actually had to be on the runway. She had more excuse than going to jail, you know what I'm saying? So I just, it's hard for me to empathize. I understand how hard it is, but it's hard for me to empathize because everybody had the same amount of time and where everybody was in the same circumstances. And this isn't the first time. And the girl looked like she put on a rag. Like, the outfit looked like a rag.
I would be pissed off as a model if I'm standing there half naked,
I mean, as a model,
waiting for my outfit to be done.
As a model, she's, you know, I understand as a model you want to wear something hot, but you're a model. You're already hot, okay? An outfit is not going to make you hot. Let's just, you know, get that out the way. But it is frustrating to be in the midst of that confusion and that mess because it was like a mess, you know, and you don't want to walk down the runway and wear something whack and your face is on it. That sucks too. And she was wearing something that was really whack, even though I really, you know, like I said, you know, forgetting everything else I said, just the outcome of what she had to end up wearing, that sucks. Okay, this show is not about the models. It's about the design. The design itself looked like, just like Jen said, I'm saying, quoting Jen again, there was like a string you can pull and the whole outfit would have just unraveled. It looked like just a rag, like the girl put a rag on.
But she said it was an iron. That's what the problem was.
That was her being overly defensive. And what was so funny is, what's the blonde girl's name? Who's Zana? Zana even said, stop being so defensive. And before she said that, it was obvious because she started folding her arms. Her body language went into defense mode. And you could see she was defending as opposed to just taking the notes and saying, you know, I have to take this one on the chin. You know, I didn't execute. It's that simple. She didn't execute. Not that, like I said, I give her 2 weeks and a little budget, and I'm sure she would come back with something hot. But she, on this challenge,
supervised.
So she doesn't like cut herself or so.
I would not trust her with my outfit if I had a deadline.
Her body part down.
But let's move on to Blake. Blake designed a two-piece outfit. It was shorts with the white crop top over a see-through long sleeve top with a black belt around the waist. The look he was going for was graphic, strong, and modern. What did you think about that?
Now, this is what's funny about this outfit. I liked the top. The shorts, he could have gone another direction with the bottoms. I can see the vision that he had. He just didn't execute it with the shorts. And what's really funny is Zana and Jen didn't like it, but Zendaya liked it. I liked it, but I just don't think that he executed his vision to the level that he wanted to execute it to. But I could see where he was going with it. I actually liked it when he came out. And if the model had a little more booty, I probably would like the shorts too.
Yeah, I thought the shorts were, the material wasn't perfect for the shorts.
No.
I think he should have done a two-tone, a black and white, either have the see-through long sleeve shirt underneath be white with the black top around it, or have like black shorts, something, it was like too white.
Right.
The belt was there, but it wasn't making that much of a difference.
Right. Even if there are white tights, maybe if there are white tights and then he took the same belt look and did something like that around each leg below the knee, or something like that. Like, I don't know. You know, I can, like I said, I can see what he was going for, but at the same time, I think the lower half is what screwed up the upper half for the other two. But Zendaya liked it, and I liked it.
The next designer is Nicholas. Nicholas designed a black and red long shirt top with leather collar and leather shorts. He had white with red details around the shoulders going down. I really don't know what that outfit was and how he thought that would appeal to Zendaya. I know he was talking about it being something young and something, you know, she would be comfortable wearing and performing in, but I didn't see how that would appeal to her.
No, I'm not for Zendaya. I liked it. I liked the outfit. To me, it was more like movie premiere, red carpet type of outfit, not performance on stage outfit, but it was still dope. I was kind of feeling it. The
details were good. It was
I was feeling a collar. I was feeling a collar on it.
And the back was open.
Yeah, the back was open as well. I was feeling the outfit. I thought the outfit itself was cool. Here we go again with losing sight of what the whole challenge was about. People making cool outfits, but not for what the challenge was actually for.
Exactly. And, you know, the people that understood the challenge were the designers that really knew who she was.
Right.
Asha, you know, said her sister was in love with or is in love with Zendaya, so she watches, you know, the Disney Channel, and her sister, you know, is in love with her.
Right.
And then Shan said his daughter was in love with Zendaya. So people that knew her and have seen her, you know, on TV or perform were kind of like hit the nail on the head,
right,
versus people that I don't think some people didn't even know who she was.
Well, that's kind of like having a home court advantage if you think about it, because if you're kind of familiar with somebody and familiar with their presence in the industry, or familiar with their, you know, who they are or whatever, you have a sense of what to bring to the table. It's like, you know, okay, there's this new artist named Rihanna. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard the name Rihanna, but I've never seen any of her videos. I've never really heard her music. And, you know, you see like one 10-second clip when they're presenting like, oh, this is Rihanna. And the people that are fans of hers is going to be a totally different thing. The people who are fans are going to be able to bring something to the table. So, you know, Asha and Shan and who was the other person?
That knew her?
They were familiar with her. There was like one other person, one or two other people that were familiar with her, but especially Shan and Asha, they were familiar, and that gave them a leg up. I mean, they had dope designs, but at the same time, that helped them. That's like them having home court advantage right there. So
last but not least is Shan. Shan designed a leather jacket with blue pants. The jacket had an open back with fringes hanging down, and the pants were blue bold print. It was like a white base with black and like blue and black like pattern on. I really like the details on his leather jacket. The jacket was murder. See, it was tight. I said leather is something that you don't put on a performer because of, you know, the fit and it's uncomfortable. But I see his jacket. Yeah. Her, you know, in a performance. Yeah, I could see it I could see her wearing it and like coming out on stage wearing it, doing a couple moves on the intro of like a song skit, like, and then, you know, unzipping it, taking it off, and then like having, you know, I don't know, but it's a dope jacket. The jacket is dope. It's a multifunctional jacket. You can do a lot with that jacket. It could be a red carpet jacket. You can almost dress like high fashion. That's like high fashion leather jacket. Like that jacket was really was actually too much for the bottoms. Like the bottoms that he had, it was too busy. I wish he would have gone with some plain black tights. Exactly. Some plain black tights. That would have made the jacket pop more. It was like almost an eyesore, the competition between the bottoms and that jacket for everybody, probably, not just for me. But you know that is one of Zendaya's favorite outfits.
The jacket was her.
The jacket was her favorite,
Yeah.
yes, and she sees herself wearing it, even though you know the back is open, but it's
Yes.
not too much.
Right.
So let's move on to the judging and the elimination.
Boom, boom, boom.
The first three who are safe, the designers are Michelle, Sam, and Nicholas. And one question I do have to ask from the viewers and also from you, what did you think about Nick, before we go on to the elimination, what did you think about Nick throwing Isabelle under the bus as a mentor? Because we had a lot of comments on that from the other mentors and how his style of mentoring. Do you think his mentoring style had any impact on the end result of his designers?
That's a tough one, simply because as a mentor, you're going to get that person's personality to a certain degree. I mean, so the other ones, I mean, who else was in that group? Who else was in Nick's group?
It's Natalia.
What were the top ones from that group that were like
Oscar?
Okay, Oscar. So I think if you have your own vision and you're creative enough and your own passion and creative juice is strong enough, like someone could, give you a couple tidbits, but that's only to help guide what your own vision actually is. And if you're just kind of like floating and you don't have a true direction as to where you want to go, I think somebody chiming in and having a personality that's as strong as Nick's can actually probably screw you up. Because, Oscar definitely had a strong vision for what he wanted. And even though they didn't like it for Zendaya, it was strong enough. It was a finished product. The model was even happy wearing it. So you can't really use that as an excuse, because he still did his thing. Nick has the personality, whereas he's doing, the best to make his team or help his team, win. I don't think these guys went and got bachelor's and master's degrees in teaching psychology and how to work with people. They're just basically conveying the best knowledge that they know how to tell their contestants or tell their team, like, look, this is what you need to do. And okay, you need help with this, you need to do that. You see the weaknesses and help them with that. Just like he was trying to help Isabelle with her issues, and it didn't help. But he was telling her, it's like, look, this is, you need to be on time. You need to start your designs early, blah, 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 blah. I mean, Nick, he seems a little wordy. But hey, that's his role. That's his role.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's still on the designer to execute and to bring your finished product to the judges.
Right.
So Isabelle wasn't really great at doing that this week. So I was surprised because they called elimination first before even going to the winners. They were just like, they didn't even do like the bottom two or anything. It was just like, Isabelle, you're eliminated, which was kind of sad, but I think everyone knew it was expected.
It was so bad. Her outfit was so bad compared to everybody else. And part of the reason why, it was just, she's butting heads with the judges. The outfit is totally unfinished. I mean, it's not like it was so bad. It was an unfinished product. It wasn't even finished. It's like taking a test and only, you get you only, write down 5 answers. You might get all those 5 answers right, but there's 100 answers on the test and you didn't finish the rest of the test. That's kind of like what that situation was. I understand if her reason was it wasn't finished, but at the same time, you're still getting graded.
We're down to the bottom two. The bottom two is Shan and Asha.
Shan and Asha.
And out of those two, the winner is Asha.
Asha.
So we have Mondo's team who wins this week. I'm sure it's exciting. So for next week, we have 3 designers for each one of the mentors. So they're all equal. Do we have any? You want to go to predictions?
Your
for next week?
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Wow. My prediction is Isabelle's going to send Nick hate mail. No. I'm not sure. It's kind of up in the air. I feel like even though Oscar didn't win, he feels empowered by this last challenge, and we can expect to see something great out of him and maybe a challenge win in the next 2 weeks.
Okay. I'm going to predict that it's going to be between Anya's group or Mondo. So the winner is going to be from one of those two. But I really see Sam and Asha moving forward. Mm-hmm. Even though, Sam didn't do so well for this episode, I think he really has a potential, and also Shan. Those three are going to be my top three who are going to be moving forward, and hopefully we'll see them in the top three.
Interesting prediction.
Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching us. Don't forget to log on to YouTube, iTunes, rate, comment, give us 5 stars. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Club Thaddeus, and you can also find me on GQ Jedi, GQJEDI.com.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RealEmmaK, and also on GQJedi.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.